They watch. Always. Every flicker, every hesitation, every twitch of thought is cataloged, stored, measured. And yet, you keep smiling. A simple curve of lips, innocent, deadly. It sets something off, a protocol buried deep in their cold systems. You weren't supposed to notice them, but you did, and now, everything is shifting. The shadows aren't empty. They breathe. They whisper. They remember everything you tried to forget, and they wait. Always wait for you to slip, for you to falter. But here's the joke. Slipping isn't an option. Falling isn't an option. Not anymore. They thought they controlled the room, controlled your mind, controlled your pulse. But you, yes you, just blinked, just smirked, and the rules cracked. It's a game, always a game. But the stakes? They laugh at the stakes. The watchers, the hidden ones, they think they play with you, that you're the pawn, that you obey. But obedience is boring. Compliance is predictable. And predictability is death. You move. They flinch. You speak. They hesitate. You exist. They panic. The chaos has begun. Quietly, invisibly, like smoke curling under a door. Fear isn't theirs. Not yet. It's yours to shape. It curls in your stomach like an electric storm. It wakes things you buried, things sharp, things hungry, things that smile back when you think you're alone. And in that fear lies freedom, because they never taught you to use it, to bend it, to make it a weapon. And weapons are beautiful when no one sees them coming. Every gaze feels like a knife. Every whisper feels like a chain. But that's the point. You notice, you remember, you smile. And in the noticing, the shift begins. Their system, their world, their rules flawed, fragile, waiting for a single spark. And you, walking like you always did, just lit it, just flicked it with a grin, just existed. And they can't unsee it. So laugh, smile, blink, move. Every micro-expression, every flicker of thought instrumental, every breath a defiance, every heartbeat a challenge. They watch, and they will continue to watch. But now the watcher becomes the watched. The hunter trembles before the one he never truly knew. And that is the delicious truth. The first taste of chaos, the first step into something far darker, far freer, far more alive. A smile. That's all it takes. Just a twitch at the corner of your mouth, innocent enough to pass unnoticed, deadly enough to start a chain reaction. They see it, they feel it, and suddenly their system shatters. You weren't supposed to do this, not to them, not yet. But here you are, smiling, and the world tilts just a little, enough. They underestimate you, always. They calculate, they plan, they assume, and they forget the simplest truth. You are unpredictable, and unpredictability, it's a weapon. You curve your lips, you blink, you tilt your head. Tiny gestures, invisible to anyone else. But in those invisible motions, you strike. The first domino falls, And they don't know what hit them. Confidence isn't loud. It doesn't roar. It creeps in under the radar. Subtle, dangerous. You learned that early. They didn't. They never do. Every smile, every glance, every small movement carries a signal, and the signal says, I see you, I know you, I control this. But you let them think it's accidental. Let them think they're still safe, and while they pretend, you sharpen. Fear tastes different when it's unearned, when it hits the unprepared, when someone you thought harmless suddenly moves with quiet, lethal intention. They shift, they sweat, their pulse spikes, and all because of a smile, a single curve, a gesture, so simple, so human, yet impossibly destructive. They never expected power in this, never expected it in you. It's not cruelty, not yet. It's revelation, awakening, a mirror held up to every flaw, every assumption, every weakness they never wanted to face. And the mirror smiles back at them, your smile, the one they didn't see coming. It triggers a protocol they didn't even know existed. And you watch, you enjoy, you relish the chaos you've sown. This is just the beginning. Every flicker, every glance, every silent smirk builds tension. The watchers, the planners, the system, they're rattled, and it only gets worse. You aren't done, not even close. You are a spark, a fracture, a disruption. And with every smile, every small, seemingly innocent gesture, the fire spreads, and there's no putting it out. They built cages, invisible ones, mental ones, rules, routines, expectations, little prisons that smell like normalcy. They thought you'd obey. They thought you'd follow. And for a while, maybe you did. But obedience is fragile. Fragile like glass, and every time they ignored you, every time they dismissed you, the cracks formed. They call it control, order, structure. Chains made of smiles and nods and polite silence. But the chains are paper thin. They don't understand how hunger grows, how fire lives in the chest. Every slight, every overlooked word, every sideways glance, it adds fuel. And fuel, it burns. Slowly at first, then all at once. You watch them patient, waiting, calculating, letting them feel safe, letting them breathe. Every system they trust, you memorize. Every protocol they swear by, you exploit. And when the moment comes, oh, it will come, they'll realize the joke isn't on them. The joke is on the world. And you are laughing first. Every prisoner has a key. Some just don't know it. You found yours long ago, buried under fear, under doubt, under the weight of being overlooked. And now it's time to turn the lock. Turn it slowly. Hear the click. Taste the metal. Freedom isn't loud. Freedom isn't declared. Freedom creeps in quietly until it swallows everything else. Rules are fragile. Chains are fragile. Systems, protocols, watchers, they all collapse under subtle pressure. One misstep, one deviation, one smile, one thought, and suddenly the walls they built fall inward. And the ones inside, they don't even see it coming. But you You built the explosion, and you light it with a grin. The prisoners of their own making stare at you, uncomprehending. They think they hold power. They think they know the game. But you rewrote the rules while they were busy pretending. And that is where the chaos begins. Not with screams, not with violence, with understanding, with subtle, unrelenting, invisible disruption. And the world will never recover. They never saw it. The hunger, the pressure building in your chest, the fire tightening behind your eyes. They looked at you and saw quiet, harmless, predictable, a figure meant to blend in, not break through. They misread the stillness. They mistook it for weakness, and that mistake will haunt them. Every slight carved something sharper inside you. Every dismissal planted another spark. They thought you'd swallow it. They thought you'd forget. But you were storing it, shelving it, letting it ferment into something far stronger. Hunger grows in silence. It hides behind steady breathing. It waits behind steady eyes. And when it awakens, it changes everything. People fear loud storms. They never fear the quiet ones. The ones that form without warning. The ones that hide behind calm skies. That's what you became. A quiet storm. A pressure system that pretends to sleep. And when you move, when you shift, everything around you trembles. Not because you try, because you can. They called you average, background, replaceable. Words meant to shrink you, but instead, those words became fuel, and fuel never stays still. It demands ignition. It demands motion. They never expected you to rise, never expected you to push back. That's why it works. That's why it hits. Power born from being overlooked cuts deeper than anything they prepared for. Your hunger isn't rage, it's clarity. A sharpened vision of who you could be, who you should be, who you were always meant to become. Not a follower, not an extra, not the quiet figure in the corner. You are the shift, the pressure, the silent fracture crawling through their safe little structure. And that hunger, it pulls you forward, relentlessly. You don't need noise to make them notice. You don't need speeches. You don't need permission. The hunger inside you is enough. It twists the air. It unsettles the watchers. It forces their eyes to focus. And when they finally turn to face you, when they finally realize the force they ignored, it will already be too late. You've awakened. You've risen. And nothing they built can hold you now. Chaos isn't messy. It's precision dressed as madness. They call it fear, disorder. But to you, it's art, a weapon. Every misstep they anticipate, every expectation they cling to, you twist it, bend it, break it, and they can't stop it. They can't even see it coming. They never will. They crave order, rules, predictability. They measure everything, map every corner. But you move like a storm. They forgot existed. Silent, subtle, untraceable. One flick of thought, one slight shift, and the world tilts beneath them. You don't destroy with force. You destroy with pattern. The wrong pattern at the wrong time. Let them think they're safe. Let them believe they understand. That's when chaos is sharpest. That's when it cuts deepest. Smile while it happens. Laugh softly. Watch their plans unravel. One miscalculation, one ignored variable, one quiet rebellion, and suddenly the foundation of their confidence crumbles. Every system is a trap for the predictable. Every protocol is a cage for the obedient. And you are neither. You are the variable they forgot to account for. The wild card tucked behind a calm gaze. The quiet hand that flips the table while they argue over rules. And the beauty is they can't fight it. They can't control it. Controlled chaos is power. Invisible chaos is terror. They don't know why their pulse races, why their hands shake, why they feel unsteady when everything appears normal. That's when you strike. Not with anger, not with shouting, with subtlety, with awareness, with the knowledge that you are the storm they ignored. Chaos isn't accidental. It's deliberate, calculated, a mirror to every fear they've tried to bury. And as it spreads, as it fractures their world, you smile. Small, quiet, unseen. A single twitch that says, I know, I see, I own this. And for the first time, they understand. They never had the power. You always did. The mask was never meant to last. It cracks at the edges. It slips when no one is looking. They thought it was your face, your truth, your limit. But imitation grows heavy. Pretending grows dull. And one day, the mask simply stops fitting. That day arrives quietly, and nothing stays the same. They shaped you in their image. Polite, predictable, contained, a figure built to nod on command. But deep inside, something refused to shrink. Something refused to bend. A quiet refusal hidden behind steady eyes. You felt it. A pressure. A pulse. A reminder that the version they wanted wasn't the one you were born to carry. Removing a mask isn't freedom. It's confrontation. A stare down with the part of you they ignored. The sharper part. The part that refuses to kneel. The moment you face it, something shifts. Something old wakes up. Not rage, not ego. Awareness, pure and cutting. And once you feel it, there's no putting it back. They fear the unfiltered you. The version that doesn't apologize for existing. The version that doesn't soften its edges just to be accepted. They taught you to hide it, to smother it, to shrink it until it suffocated. But you didn't, you couldn't. And now that it rises, they tremble, quietly, invisibly. But they tremble. Masks protect others from your truth. They shield them from the power beneath your calm. But the moment you tear it off, they finally see what they underestimated. The mind that thinks deeper, the will that bites harder, the hunger that never died. You step forward without hesitation, without disguise, and the air changes. This is the version they're not ready for, the version you were always becoming. No filters, no facade, no borrowed identity, only the sharp, unedited core. You stare back at the world with steady eyes, bare, unmasked, unafraid. And that alone is enough to fracture everything they believed about you. The real game starts now. Ghosts follow everyone. Shadows of mistakes, echoes of regret, faces of those who doubted you. They whisper, they gnaw, they tap on your ribs when sleep tries to find you. Most hide from them. Most run, but you hunt them. You track them. You turn their whispers into weapons. Every failure, every betrayal, every time they said you're not enough, you memorized it, cataloged it, stored it behind your teeth like sharpened daggers, and now it's yours, not theirs. Every ghost is a lesson, every memory a tool, every scar a map to where power waits. You've been armed all along. They think ghosts make you fragile. They think scars break you. They misread the truth. Ghosts sharpen the blade, make it keener. Scars remind you how hard you've survived. Pain isn't a prison, it's a lens. A filter that distills clarity from chaos. And once you understand that, you can strike anywhere, anytime, unseen, untouched. Hunting isn't about revenge. Not yet. It's preparation, observation, precision. You track the shadows, not to destroy them, but to understand them, to bend them, to turn every fear, every regret, every overlooked moment into an edge. And when the right time comes, they'll fall, one by one, like dominoes you never hesitated to line up. Ghosts remember everything. You use that. You speak their language. You move like you've danced with their fears before. And in every step they stumble. They flinch. They second guess. And you grin. Small, quiet, invisible. Because every echo of your past becomes a signal of your future. Every shadow, a path only you can navigate. They can't see it. Not until it's too late. You've become the hunter of what once haunted you. The predator shaped by every whispered doubt, every unseen failure. And in the quiet moments, when the world thinks you're still, you are anything but. The ghosts are under your control, and the chaos you've nurtured behind your eyes is ready to be unleashed. Power isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It sits quietly, invisibly. In the corner, they never look. On the chair, they never notice. And yet, it moves everything. Subtle, unseen, unchallenged. The throne you claim isn't carved from wood or steel. It's carved from patience, from observation, from knowing the game they can't even see. They crave spectacle. Crowds, applause, recognition. You don't? You sit while they scramble. You wait while they rush. You plan while they panic. And in that stillness, your influence spreads. Invisible threads, pulling corners, tilting decisions, reshaping their world without a single word. The throne is yours because you never sought it. They underestimate the quiet ones. Those who whisper when the world shouts. Those who smile when they tremble. They think movement is power. They think chaos is loud. They are wrong. Your throne grows beneath their awareness. Every glance, every pause, every observation strengthens it. And when they notice, it's already too late. Dominance is subtle. Control is silent. And you are the master of the invisible. Every fear you've cultivated, every chaos you've sown, every ghost you've hunted converges here, beneath their eyes, beyond their understanding. And from this throne, you decide everything they think they control. They envy what they cannot see. They fear what they cannot touch. And that is perfection. To sit unseen while everything bends to your will. To exist quietly while they crumble in anticipation. to smile knowing the throne was never theirs to claim. And in this silence, your power screams louder than their chaos. The throne is not a place. It is a state, a presence, an awareness. And you occupy it completely. Calm, calculated, invisible, untouchable, in ways they will never understand. Every move, every thought, every flicker of attention becomes a statement. I am here. I am waiting. And your reign began the moment they forgot to watch you. Leave a mark. Comment below. Share your fire. Tell me, what protocol did you just override? This isn't just a video. This is a mirror. And you are the reflection that refuses to be ignored. Hey legend, you're about to witness the moment that one voice shattered everything. Are you ready? Oh wow, this isn't just another story. Nah, this is raw, brutal, real. And guess what? Damn. Right. You spoke up and it changed everything. Yeah. You know that feeling when the world expects you to stay quiet, to stay small, to stay invisible? Well, we're about to flip that on its head. Oh, you're not here by accident. Nah, you are the spark, the force, the energy that refuses to be ignored. And here's the truth. The moment you speak, everything shakes. Every lie trembles. Every wall cracks. Every hidden fear gets exposed. You think it's just words? Huh. No, it's power. It's influence. It's change. And you are the author of it. So stay with me. Yeah, watch closely. Feel every beat, every pause, every word. Because by the end of this video, you won't just understand it, you'll feel it in your bones. And hey, don't just watch, comment below. Let me know. Did you speak up? Did you feel the shift? Because I see you, I respect you. I honor your courage. Damn, right. This is for you, the ones who refused to stay quiet, the ones who risked everything, the ones who dared to change the rules. The world will never forget, and neither will I. So buckle up, hold tight, and let's dive in. Because your moment, your truth, your power is about to ignite. They told you to stay quiet. They called it safety. They lied. Silence is a trick, a cheap illusion dressed as comfort. Oh wow, it looks safe, doesn't it? Soft, polished, predictable. But in truth, it's a cage built with invisible chains. The kind that wrap around your mind, tighten when you try to move, and whisper in the dead of night that compliance is peace. And you stared at those chains and laughed. Not quietly, not politely. You laughed with teeth bared, voice trembling only for a heartbeat before it roared, because you realized something raw and dangerous. Their comfort is not yours. Their rules are not yours. Their fear is yours to dismantle. And then it happened. That moment when a single word, a single breath, cut through the stagnant air like a shard of glass. You spoke. Oh yes, you spoke. And the sound of it, the weight of it, you could almost feel it ricochet against every false assumption, every fragile ego that had built itself on the foundation of your silence. Suddenly, everything cracked. Suddenly they could see the truth they refused to admit. You were not theirs to contain. You never were. People love to underestimate the quiet ones. They think submission equals obedience. Nah, they don't understand. Because silence is not weakness. Silence is preparation. Silence is a seed. And when it blooms, when it explodes, when it becomes words, it does more than break the air. It breaks the world. You didn't just speak. You detonated. And the tremors spread. Oh yes, they felt it. And isn't that funny? The chaos of your courage makes them scramble. The very thought of you unchained ignites panic in the hearts that thought themselves untouchable. Every glance that follows, every whispered conversation, every calculated pause, they are reactions to you, not you chasing them. No. They are chasing the consequences of a single voice that refused to bend. Every move you make now carries the weight of inevitability. Every breath is a declaration that the rules they tried to enforce are gone. But let's not fool ourselves. Speaking up is not applause. It is fire in your chest, ice in your veins, and a mirror that shows every fear you've ever tried to bury. You will feel it. Every judgment, every sneer, every attempt to quiet you. And that is where power is born. Because the moment you see their fear, the moment you understand that one voice, one heartbeat, one choice can shift the balance, you know the truth. You are the storm they never predicted. And oh, the beauty of it. The dangerous, intoxicating beauty. Damn. Right. You spoke up because now nothing will ever be the same. The air is heavier, the world sharper, the illusion shattered. You have lit the first candle, and the shadows are running. Every ripple becomes a wave. Every word carries a reckoning. Oh, did you hear it? That subtle shiver through the air? That invisible quake under their feet? That's your voice refusing to be ignored. And now it's no longer just a spark. It is movement, momentum, chaos dressed as consequence. They felt it the moment it left your lips, didn't they? The way their eyes widened, the way their posture stiffened, the way every carefully constructed illusion began to crumble like dry sand in a storm. Yeah, they underestimated the quiet ones. They thought silence meant submission. They thought your stillness was weakness. Nah, they were wrong. So catastrophically wrong. Because your words were not gentle. They were not polite. They were unavoidable. They demanded attention, clawed their way into every corner of their calculated lives, and forced truth into the spaces they tried to hide. And isn't that delicious? To watch the unraveling, slow and meticulous, like a predator savoring the tremor in its prey. Every glance, every whispered murmur, every frantic calculation, it's all reaction. They are scrambling in the wake of a storm they never saw coming, and you are calm, razor sharp, a presence that refuses compromise. Because here's the brutal, undeniable truth. Once you speak, the world doesn't just listen. It bends, it shifts, it remembers. And they must react. Oh wow. The irony is intoxicating. You carry the weight of consequence, yes, but it is a gift wrapped in fire. Every attempt to silence you, every desperate manipulation, every subtle pressure, they are mirrors reflecting your own power. And the beauty is that power does not beg. It does not negotiate. It does not apologize. It merely exists, unapologetically, immovable, undeniable. And in their panic, in their scramble to reclaim control, they reveal themselves fully, completely, without disguise. And now comes the truth they cannot avoid. The first act of courage, the single heartbeat of defiance, is never about them. It is about you. Every tremor you sent into their world is a testament to what happens when a voice refuses to be caged. Every reaction, every fear, every hesitant glance, they confirm what you always knew, that change is not given, change is claimed. And in that claim, in that shaking of the foundations, you hear it, don't you? The question that lingers, sharp as a blade. If one word can unravel the walls of their certainty, how far will your voice go before it reshapes everything? Freedom is not a gift. It is a reckoning. Oh wow. Can you feel it? That pulse in your chest? That surge in your veins? The moment your voice crossed the line, the moment it shattered the quiet, it wasn't just sound, it was fire. A fire that burns through hesitation, through fear, through every carefully constructed limit they tried to place on you. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts to stand exposed, to feel the weight of judgment pressing against your shoulders, to know that every gaze, every whispered comment is measuring, calculating, testing you. But here's the secret, they don't understand. Pain is not weakness. Pain is the teacher that carves strength from vulnerability. And now, you are learning. Every sneer, every doubt, every attempt to silence you becomes fuel. Every strike they deliver bounces off the armor you built in silence, forging it sharper, tougher, unbreakable. You are a vessel of your own courage, and every reaction around you is confirmation. Nah, they cannot diminish what you have claimed. Oh, the paradox is delicious. Speaking up feels like chaos at first. It feels like your ribs are being pressed into your spine, like the world is balancing on the edge of a knife and waiting for you to falter. And yet, every heartbeat reminds you, you have already crossed the threshold. You have already chosen. You have already become the force that refuses compromise. And in that choice, in that claim of self, the true weight of liberation reveals itself. Every reaction, every tremor your words caused is a reflection of power, not theirs, yours. The realization settles slowly, beautifully. Damn right, you spoke up. The fear in their eyes, the scramble to contain what cannot be contained, the subtle unraveling of control. It is proof that your voice is more than sound, proof that defiance carries consequence, and proof that freedom is not bestowed. Freedom is taken, stolen from expectation, forged in courage, and wielded without apology. And yet, liberation is never silent. It grows, it spreads, it demands awareness. You cannot hide it, you cannot temper it. It asks for integrity, for vigilance, for unwavering presence. And oh yes, it asks for more than courage. It asks for persistence. Because the moment you understand the weight of liberation, the real question emerges. If the act of speaking up can change the world around you, how far will you take it? Masks are comfortable until someone refuses to play along. Oh, can you see it now? The flicker of recognition in their eyes, the way their carefully constructed facade trembles under the weight of your audacity. They thought you would stay small. They thought silence would bend you into their expectations. Nah, they misjudged everything. Because now, standing there unshaken, you are the storm behind the mirror they never wanted to face. Yeah, the unmasking is brutal. It's not just about you anymore. It's about everything they tried to hide. Every manipulation, every shadow of control, every whispered compromise, it's all revealed by the simple act of refusing to comply. Your words peel back the layers. Your presence exposes the cracks. And oh wow, the irony is intoxicating. The very thing they sought to dominate, the very person they underestimated, is now the reflection they cannot escape. And the beauty of it, power isn't loud. Power isn't flashy. Power is the quiet devastation that unfolds in their calculations, the subtle shift in the balance of everything they thought stable. Every glance they cast your way carries hesitation. Every gesture is a confession. They are scrambling, reacting, floundering, while you remain untouchable, calm, unrelenting. Every ounce of their fear, every beat of their uncertainty, is proof that the world is bending around the audacity of a single voice. Oh, the revelation is intoxicating. Not because you want revenge, not because you seek applause. No, the revelation is intoxicating because it is truth. Pure, unyielding, undeniable truth. Your courage exposes the hidden, strips away pretense, and lays the reality bare. And in that exposure, you see their desperation. You see their need for control. And yet, you do not falter. You are steady, immovable, a reflection of all the strength they failed to recognize in you. Damn. Right, you spoke up. Because now, nothing can return to the way it was. The masks are torn, the illusions shattered, the quiet compliance replaced by awareness. Awareness that trembles with the power of your defiance. And every reaction, every misstep they make in response confirms what you already know. Your voice was never just sound, it was force. And now, it has revealed the fragility they tried to hide. Victory is not a roar. It is the silence after the storm. Oh, can you feel it? That stillness? That tension vibrating in every corner of your surroundings? The world has shifted. The tremors you set in motion are no longer reactions. They are inevitabilities. And yeah, it is intoxicating. The air tastes sharper, the space around you heavier. Every glance, every subtle calculation, every hesitant step from those who once commanded control, it bends to the reality you claimed with your voice. And here's the truth. They won't admit. Power isn't given. Power is claimed. It is forged in the fire of courage, in the defiance of expectation, in the audacity to say loudly, clearly, and without apology, I will not be ignored. Nah, they can strategize, they can whisper, they can try to rewrite the rules, but the moment you stepped forward, spoke your truth, and refused to yield, the balance changed. The world knows now that your presence is a force. Your silence was preparation. Your voice, unstoppable. Oh wow, the thrill is undeniable. Not because the world bends, but because you recognize what has been inside you all along. That unshakable core. That relentless pulse of courage. That clarity that pierces through fear and hesitation and doubt. And yes, it is terrifying. Yes, it is magnificent. Every heartbeat reminds you that the moment you claimed your voice, you became untouchable. Not in arrogance, not in violence, but in undeniable truth. Every step forward, every decision, every word you now speak carries weight. Every reaction around you validates your presence. They are no longer questioning if you are a threat. They are acknowledging that you are inevitable. Bam. Right? You spoke up. And now the realization sinks in fully. This is not the end. This is not just a moment. This is transformation. Internal, external, total. And the paradox is beautiful. Freedom is not chaos. Power is not aggression. Ascendance is not applause. It is understanding your own potential, recognizing your own strength, and moving through the world with clarity, precision, and unshakable intent. Oh, every whisper that tries to diminish you only sharpens the edge of your own presence. Every attempt to resist you only confirms the truth you have always known. The world shifts when someone refuses to bend. Yeah, and now the real question emerges. The hook that pulses like electricity through the air, when the storm has passed, when the masks have fallen, when the echoes of your voice have reshaped reality, what will you build with the power you now command? Because here's the undeniable truth. Speaking up was never just about making noise. It was never just about defiance. It was about discovering yourself, about realizing that courage is not momentary, it is eternal. That truth is not fragile, it is unstoppable. And that when a voice rises with integrity, clarity, and intent, it does more than break silence, it changes everything. And there it is. Yeah, the truth, the reckoning, the power you claimed. Oh wow. Did you feel that shake? Damn. Right, you spoke up, and it changed everything. Remember this? Nah? Your voice isn't just sound. It's force, it's impact, it's legacy. Every choice you make, every word you speak, leaves a mark that cannot be erased. And hey, don't forget, comment below, share your story. I want to see you honored, because this courage, this energy, belongs to you. So stand tall, stay sharp, keep speaking, keep shifting, keep breaking the walls they build around you. Every step, every defiance, every moment of clarity is yours to command. Oh yes, this isn't the end, it's the beginning, the rise, the ascendance. Damn right. You showed up, you spoke, you changed everything. And the world will never be the same again. Because you are awake, you are powerful, you are unstoppable.